Hello everybody, how is it going? And welcome to the Cajun Guitar Gear Podcast. I'm going to be your host, Mr. Lucas Lecomte, and welcome to our second podcast of 2024. But we have got some pretty cool things to check out. Names right around the corner, so we got some drops that have been happening. So you know what? Let's just jump right in and check them right out. The very first thing we're going to be checking out is somewhat of a controversial guitar from one Machine Gun Kelly. And he has a Razer blade guitar from Schecter. This guitar has been very polarizing all throughout the week. I kind of wish I had my podcast in the middle of the week so I could have reacted to it right when it dropped, but here we are. Everyone has been saying that this thing is promote self-harm because it's a Razer blade, which is kind of silly. You use Razer blades for other stuff like cutting boxes or paper or something like that. And the shape of this thing is just weird. It looks like a paddle to me. That's what it looks like. Like you could literally take this in a boat, and a pirogue, and a canoe. You get stranded in your boat, and you can use it to paddle your way to shore. That's literally what it looks like to me. Let's go over some specs. It's metallic silver chrome on the hard top. It's a bolt-on construction. It has like this weird if you're watching right now, it has like this weird square 4-bolt pattern thing. It has basically no heel because the body is like super thick. This thing is just not ergonomic, right? And you have one volume knob, you have one pickup. The pickup is a Schecter USA Pasadena Plus, so the pickup in it actually looks pretty cool. It's 25.5 scale length, thin C neck, 14-inch radius, and 22X jumbo frets with a Graph Tech XL black tussock nut, and it's 42 millimeters. This thing's more polarizing visually than it is anything else. It kind of looks uncomfortable to play because if you look around the top, it's just kind of like a straight thing. It's obviously made to be playing standing up. I play sitting down a lot in this very chair that you're looking at me in, that I'm talking to you from, and I have to have a good forearm contour on my guitars. If it's not, it hurts really bad. So I don't even know if this would be comfortable playing this. Price-wise, you're looking at $1,500. But honestly, I would like to play it. It just looks very polarizing. It'd just be cool, like, just to kind of play. I really don't know how it sounds. I haven't really watched any sound demos of it, but I don't think the sound or the specs or what's on the menu here for this. I think it's just kind of like a very polarizing looking guitar. And Machine Gun Kelly, I mean, wouldn't it kind of make more sense for him to make a gun that kind of looks like a machine gun? But I guess he'd catch a lot of flack for that. But anyway, I digress. So the guy who names himself after a weapon made a guitar that's a Razer blade. So the gun guy is bringing a knife to a gunfight, I guess. I don't know. So that is going to wrap up the Machine Gun Kelly guitar. This is actually a second signature guitar from Schecter. But hey, Schecter's getting in the news. They're getting headlines. I guess so it's worth it for them. So moving right along to some more guitars, we have had Ibanez's 2024 lineup drop. So I actually have it all from Guitar Center, so we can actually look at prices of everything. And then I have all of the gear from their website. So I'm going to go to their website first really fast, and then I'll go to the Guitar Center page so we can look at prices. Electric guitars, RG-wise, we have a lot of RGs. Then we have some 470s, a lot of 470s, some RGT 12-1221s. Ibanez is always so thoughtful with their model names, aren't they? We have a crap ton of RGs going on. We have some GRGs coming down here. I'm going to show this more on the Guitar Center site, so I'm I want to give you a grand overview. We have some more AZs. We have 4 new AZs. We have solid blue. We have a blue and an orange with a flamed maple top. It looks to be probably a veneer because it's a premium. And we have the AZ4P1QM Daub, which has like a pickguard on it, and it's hum single. That one looks all right. We have some AZESs, which have like an olive and a blue. The blues, 3 singles, and you have hum single. You have 2 new S series. You have the S770 CZM and the S1070 PBZCKB. And these things are like eye tests. That's how they name their guitars, after eye tests, I believe. But what's really important is the Iceman is back, baby. Ow! Iceman has been gone for a very long time from their actual like production. Like you can buy them, but they've been out of production. But hey, they're back. And we have one in blue, we have one in orange, and we have one in like a darker orange. And I do believe they were out of production for a while. Like, they haven't really... I believe that. So correct me if I'm wrong, right? So once again, if anything more, correct me in the comments down below. I'm fairly certain. I think this blue one was out for a while. I think these are the 2 new ones, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes for the Icemans. But it's nice to see them renewing them and giving them some love. We have one hollow body. We have the AS993BCBK. We have an AG, which is another kind of hollow body. It's an AK95KNT. Bases, we have two signatures. We have Steve DiGorio signature, and we have a Gary Willis signature. Gary Willis has like this white Converse looking thing on it, and the Steve's one is like a B2B. This looks like a B2B, which looks really cool. And B2B is actually fretless. Steve's is fretless, which is cool. In the Ibanez Bass Workshop, we have 4 headless basses. We have some SRD 900s. We have a big old B2B 6-string down here. I had a B2B for all. It was pretty good, but I ended up selling it because I never used the 6-string. We have some SRs. We have some really cool SRs with this teal veneer looking on them. This actually looks really nice. I really like it with the natural. We got the natural neck coming through them. I think that looks pretty cool. We have some weird ones with some bursts on it. It looks kind of ugly. This B2B with like this white and black. It's almost like a spatter, but it's oh, I know what this is. This is like the spider web finish that they used to do, sort of, but it's like a spatter kind of look on it. It looks okay. And we have some TMB basses, which they're kind of TMB basses. They have an art core bass, which is like a hollow body bass. And we have some acoustics. You have like a blue, I don't know, like a navy, but it's like a light blue. We have a pink, and we have some advanced acoustics, which, I mean, the thing about those is you really be looking for woods. You have some AE acoustics going on, some PF acoustics, AGE. We have an acoustic bass. We have the classicals, of course. You have the AU line, which I believe this is like short scale basses. And electronics, we have a sparkly blue tube screamer, which everyone's been looking over. Pintoed pedal, PT Gate is the name for it, and a PT EQ, which is a pentacore EQ. And accessories, we have some accessory bags. My first overall impression of their lineup is I hope and pray this is not everything, because this is massively underwhelming. I spit on my pop guard. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Yes, this is so overwhelming. Holy crap, this is so overwhelming. There is no Japanese models. Everything in here is premium. It's premium stuff. That's basically all this is. Wait, oh, that's ESP. You gotta sync preview ESP. Let's look at the prices of this. So, the AZ premiums, you're looking at that hum single one I was talking about with the green one. That one's $1,500. All of your premium, the AZ442P1 AZ, the blue one, the hum with like a solid color one, that one's $12. If you want the like veneer top on it, that's $15 for the 7-string model. The Icemans are $800. Well, depending on which one you get. Like the teal one is $750. The Flame Maple Burst one, that one's like $800. The Flame Maple Premium, that one is $1,400. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm dragging or if I'm trying to make this interesting. But just reading off these names, it sucks, man. It's like a freaking eye test from Ibanez, man. The hollow bodies are $750. Geo, you're looking at a new Geo. That one's $370. I'm not gonna, honestly, Ibanez makes, I'm not gonna knock them, but they make some really good lower end stuff. Their lower end stuff's actually very good. The it's AZ Essentials are $350. That was those cheaper ones we were looking at. Cool, AZ. Okay, that's cool. If you want to make it for that cheaper end, that was really nice. This RG421 here, I like this teal color for $380. I mean, I got like 3 colors when I was growing up. It was like black, white, and you maybe got like a red, maybe. Come in here, this other Essential is $300. If you want an RG7420 standard, which isn't, this is like $700. I remember when you used to be able to buy these from made in Japan, and they were like $800. Man, I miss those days so much. Those days are long gone. And if you want the like burl top premiums, the S model one is $850. If you want one the RGT, that one is $1,500. RGT 1270 PB, that one is $1,500. Which I would not pay that for that guitar. I am sorry. And the red premium is $1,400. This lineup, this is bad. I'm sorry. This is so bad. This is nothing exciting. I understand they have so many guitars. I understand they have so many finishes. I understand it. But this is just so underwhelming. And make no mistake, Ibanez's booth at NAMM is huge. There's so much stuff there. They basically display almost everything they bring. And their booths are some of my favorite ones to visit every NAMM because it's just really cool. There's so much stuff to look at. They have so much new stuff, and it's really cool to look at. But this 2024 lineup, the coolest thing is the Iceman. I don't know what to say about it. I really don't. It's just so underwhelming, and I'm sorry, but $1,500 for the premium is very high. Because I say that because in the era that I grew up, like you could buy an RG550 or what did I have? I had a 470, and you could buy those for like $300 and $400. They were made in Japan. They ruled. I mean, I ended up selling my 470. I had like a teal one, I'm sorry, not a teal one. It was like a royal blue. It was awesome. I ended up selling it. But like those guitars were like great, but everyone's hoarding them now, and I don't know. I'm going down memory lane. It's depressing me. So Ibanez's lineup for 2024 is very underwhelming. Let's move on to ESP's lineup. ESP's lineup is actually a little bit better. But the way ESP is doing it. So this launched 2 days ago on the 12th, and then on the 19th, which is like next Friday, I believe. That's the Friday before NAMM. They are gonna officially like reveal all of their stuff. I don't think Guitar Center has like all the prices from this up yet, like they do for the Ibanez. Actually, Guitar Center sent me an email about the Ibanez right before I did the podcast, so thank you, Guitar Center, for that. Anyway, let's check out ESP stuff. 2 new entries to the 87 series, which I'm not gonna lie, I love this right here. It's arch tops. It's a shredder, reverse headstock. You have a red and a black. They use pickup rings, but nah, I guess that's okay. You have a hum and a single with a Floyd. These things freaking rule. I love these things. You have one in white. So they're all the same. Black, white, and red. These rule. You have the Arrow series. You have a Dark Sunburst. You have a baritone with an Evertune. Everyone loves Evertune. And I get it. And they kind of have, it's like a sailboat. It's like the shark fins. It's like upside down. It kind of looks like a sailboat to me. But what's really cool is they are doing a like Les Paul Jr. with their EC series, which is really cool. So it's single humbucker, 1 volume knob, and you have like a pit guard on it. I kind of wish they would have put a neck pickup because my friend said that he would test these out if they had a neck pickup. He doesn't really like single guitar pickups. Shout out to you, Kyle. I'm talking about you. He said he would try these. I think these are cool. If you're just looking for like a straight up like In Flames guitar on a Les Paul Jr. style, I would get this. I like the orange burst right here, black burst. This is what I would get right here. And if for the inlays, you have like the white blocks. EC series, you have a black and gold, which I only like gold horror when it's black. You have white binding. You have this. I really love this red one right here. It has Fishman pickups in it. I think these are moderns. I don't know which moderns are going to come in here, by the way. I don't know if it's the new moderns that have the third voice or if it's the old one. I do not know what that's going to launch with. I saw that in the Fishman group the other day. You have another gold and black one, but you have a gold and black Evertune, which they actually put the saddles in gold, which is cool. You have a baritone Evertune, which that's pretty tight. It's a 7-string. Is that the... Let's go back up here. Is this a 7? I think it is. Oh, it is a 7. Hell yeah, ESP. I approve. If you're going to make a 7, make it a baritone. That's pretty tight. You have another set of... I think these are some more Les Paul Juniors. You have black and you have red. I think that's what this is. Once again, if I'm getting this wrong, correct me. Let's see. EC2102. EC01. Yeah. They're a little bit different. I don't know. They're different models. I don't know exactly what makes them different, per se. Because you can't exactly click on it, but it's that Les Paul Jr., but they're different models. You have an EC265, I think this is their budget one. Rings, it's red. The Cherry Burst, that actually looks freaking cool. I love that. You have Gold Saturn. Yeah, series, you have a, which is their, like, Kelly, their Explorer. You have a white one, the HMMH series, which the body style was the one that's a little bit different over here. Have H3, the Floyd. We have another black and gold, but this one is just a single pickup. I think that is a Fishman. I think most all of their actives are Fishmans now. This is it right here. 7-string. It's like black and gray. Got a Floyd, some Fishmans, which is the M107, but on the M100 Evertune, it has pickup rings, which is weird. Once again, like just make a direct mount like you do up here. I don't really like pickup rings if you haven't picked up on that. Which that's the MH100 Evertune, and then the MH100 NT, which has Tom Bridge on it. That one's direct mount, black gray. Looks really tight, reverse headstock. Signature series, the black and red satin from Fred Le... See if I can pronounce this. Fred Le Clerc. I don't think he pronounced the Q. Clerc. I think that's how you say it, from Crater. It's like black with a red burst. I think this looks pretty cool. Because I've never really listened to Creator, but I imagine it's like metal. And you have the Gary Holt from Exodus Flying V with red. It's black with red trimmer on it. This looks really tight. I really love this. We have a GL Desert Eagle from George Lynch. So he has his like kamikaze models, right? And this is kind of like it's a Native American one. Just actually looks really cool. It has like arrowheads. Replace the bombs. Because like when his kamikaze one, he has like a picture of a Japanese pilot, and he has like the bombs at the bottom. This one has like some bird feathers on it with a picture of a native right here. This actually looks really tight. I love this so much. This looks really cool, and it's like a black. It's like black and tan camo. You have a solid black mic Petroza. I think that's how you say it. Millie Petroza, yes. Thank you for coming along for pronunciation with Lucas. Thank you. It's an all-black EC model. You have Mike Leon from Soulfly. He has a black bass with some ash. The Royal Shiva, which is Bill from Mastodon's one. I don't like this guitar at all. It's just, this is not me. It's like a 335 SG looking thing. That does not vibe with that. Ted Aguilar from Death Angel. It's black. It's an EC with black and white. You have an Oxblood Satin from Lars from Rancid, which is their Viper models. The Phoenix series, they have a Tobacco Phoenix, which is cool. My friend John's the only person I know who even has a Phoenix and loves them so much. So LTD, you probably should like give him a sponsorship. He has a pretty big channel. Hook him up because he loves these things. He has like 7 of them or something like that. The SN series, we have one Evertune and Koa. This actually looks really nice with a pick guard. I love the ash right here. It's a baritone 7. Don't really like the headstock though. You have another baritone. I think it's all Fishman's. Well, the top one is passive. The Evertune is passive. They have a TL series, which is like an acoustic, like hollow looking thing. The Vipers, black and gold. They have a white one. The XJ, which is like a Jaguar. That is it. So ESP's lineup for 2024 versus Ibanez, LTD is smashing the crap out of them. I think the next drop that they're going to do is going to be the more higher end guitars. I think this is kind of like the mid to low end ones. These are cool. There's cool colors. There's variations. They have, this is kind of what you want for a lineup. You want some new colors, a little bit kind of variations. You know, maybe drop a new model or two. I think it's cool. LTD always delivers. Their booth at NAMM is fantastic. Last year they had like this big Metallica display. They bring in all the Ingo amps in the ESP booth. They always have stuff going on. They bring like, there's this wall with like all these insane finishes and stuff. Their booth is really, really, really cool. I love going there. So let's change some gears now. We have some pickups on our hands now. Mr. Brandon Ellis from the Black Dahlia Murder has his own signature pickup from Seymour Duncan. It's called the Dyad Parallel Access Humbucker. Price on this, $180. It's come from the Seymour Duncan custom shop, so it is going to be a little bit more expensive. If you want to jump on over to Sweetwater, check that link down in the description. You can pre-order this from Sweetwater using my link, and I get a little kickback. And I take that money and I invest it right back in the channel so I can keep bringing you good stuff. The only little plug I'm going to do. Because this podcast is not sponsored by anybody. So let's listen to Brandon talk about his pickup, and let's listen to how it sounds.
I always want metal to have that nice old school aggressive sharp kind of sound in the guitars. And that's something that a Dyad does very well. Hi, I'm Brandon Ellis, and this is my signature pickup, the Dyad Parallel Access Humbucker. My introduction to Seymour Duncan pickups came when I bought a USA shop. I've definitely opened them up and seen how they work inside. I started swapping magnets to see which magnets I like the best and how I could manipulate them with the limited amount of tools at my disposal.
A lot of this is just kind of him talking. So if you like the Black Dahlia Murder and you like Brandon's tone, you're going to like these pickups. It is very hot. I think it's only a bridge pickup, and it is very hot. It's 18.3K, which I think it's around the same as my War Pig. So I probably would end up liking this pickup, believe it or not. I'm not usually a big fan of Duncan's in the past, but I think I would like this pickup a lot. The magnets on here are weird, so let's check it out. It's a hybrid layout, combines a Crazy North 8 coil, parallel access trembucker, distortion south coil, and RTM Alnico 2 bar magnet. So it sounds like they're kind of combining some stuff together, and it says that you can install it upside down for a chewier, more mid-focus sound. And Brandon actually posted this on Instagram today, that he called the mids chewy, and people have been making fun of him for it, but I absolutely know what he means. Guitar players kind of have their own language. Only the chosen few can understand the language. When he means chewy, he means that they're like pronounced. Like they're very like, not scratchy, but like they're zingy. That's the best way I can describe it. Like if you listen to like that 80s metal, and it kind of like has that like kind of roaring mids, and they're very chewy. It's the best way to describe it. It's like they're very like in your face sort of. And it has Seymour Duncan at the bottom and top, so it's like upside down in the pickup, so I guess it kind of can look the same no matter which way you decide to install it, which I guess is cool. Double-sided pole pieces breed superior note separation and near endless sustain. And that's basically it. It's really cool. I'm glad that he has his own signature pickup out. And he plays EVH stuff, and he plays Jackson. So just to kind of give you an idea of the tone that he's going after. But this is kind of like, it's made for death metal, but you could probably play like metalcore and stuff on it, and it would be absolutely great. So that is going to be Brandon Ellis's signature pickup. Now continue with the NAMM updates. Mr. Devin Townsend and Lany have teamed up to make a 2600 watt cab. Let me say that's kind of a lot, but it's the world's first 412 full range, full response cab. So it's FRFR. So I got it pulled up on YouTube. Right here, let's put it, stop, pause. Okay, because I want you to see it. So you can power it on the back. You can have auxiliary in. So if you want to like play your phone through it, you can. You have XLR inputs into it. You can do input. You have a ground link. You have emulated DI out. You can turn the lights on and off on it. Cabinet IR. Oh, cool. So it looks like you can put your own IR in it if you want to just do FRFR on it, or if you want to use it as a cab, you can do that. You can do emulated out on it. Do you have any other things in here? It has an app, and it has an app that comes with it. Oh, look at me, learning as I go. Probably should look that up a little bit more, but I've had a very hectic week. Sorry. USB, you can access it, and you can change the IRs on it. This thing is really cool. Oh, it has a USB port on it too. I wish I would have freaking seen that too in the other one. I did not see that. Yes, you can access it with the app. That's really tight. Oh, and it has software. So I'm just looking at it. So for those who are listening, like you can do the DI out IR, you can control what it is. Oh, that is really cool. So what you can do is you put which IR you want in it, right? So you pick the IR that you want, and then with the DI out does not have to be the same IR that's coming to the front. So say you put like an Ingle cab using Lane, but you want to put an Ingle cab coming out the front for your full range, full response, right? Or you can just leave it in FRFR, depending on how you want to do it. And then you can choose what the DI out that you sent to front of house. You can change the IR for that, which is really, really tight. It's stackable. You can have more than one. It comes on wheels. I think this is awesome. I don't know the price of this, but this is really cool. Because what you can do, you can take Kemper, your Axe Effects, your Quad Cortex, whatever you want to use, and you can use this for your stage volume if you want to come in through a cab. And that is going to wrap things up for the Lany LFR 412. I think this thing is fantastic. Like I said, you have everything, you can program it. It's very thought out. Devin did a very good job. Going through all of this is very good. So, guys, now it's time for the quick riffs. Quick riffs are some short little stories that I thought would be really interesting. Neural DSP launched GojiraX, which is basically their archetype Gojira. It's just updated new things. You have a transpose, you have a doubler, metronome, a live tuner, quad cortex compatibility whenever that launches. New presets and a high and low pass filter. Let me actually go to my notes. Let's look at the notes that I made for today. Yes, ESP lineup for the quick riffs. Where did I put it? Oh, we have new songs. So Issues dropped their last song ever with the bassist singing. We have new singles from Darkest Hour, which are freaking awesome. My friend John Vocal has launched a new album. Make sure you go check that out. And Fit for a King also dropped new singles. If there's any new singles, any new things coming up or coming out, drop them in the comments below. I'll make sure I put them there. Oh, I forgot to cover this. So Paul from Cynic actually left Strandberg, and he is with Kiesel now. Okay, here we go. Got it on GuitarCenter.com. Paul is using, I think this is their Zeus model, which it's an acoustic, but he is with Kiesel now. He has left Strandberg. I don't know why, because his signature with Strandberg was awesome. It's highly sought after. They actually don't even make it anymore. My friend Max is begging him to bring it back. Yeah, this is kind of, it's one of his signatures, but it's not the coolest looking one. Stop, Guitar Center. Guitar World, shut up. So he is with the Kiesel family now. Yay. Headless Guitar, Kiesel. He has left. Gee, this site is so aggravating. I don't have the ad block as long as I'm being nice. And you see how aggravating he is. So that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, I am sorry if I was boring or out of my mind for this podcast. I had a very hectic week this week. I had a lot of stuff going on, working through. And then today, my wife was giving my dog a bath. And our shower stopped working for hard water. So today, I learned what a shower cartridge was. It's the thing inside of the shower that controls the cold and hot water. I didn't exactly know. I knew ours was going bad, but I didn't exactly know what it was called, and it finally broke today. So I went to Home Depot. I tracked that down. I installed it. It worked, which is great because now I can take a shower. I had to turn the whole water off in my house because there's no valves to turn that off. So that's what I was dealing with today. And I still have to go to the gym. I still have to edit this podcast and then upload it. And then I still have to go to the gym. But that's neither here nor there. But thank you for listening to my problems. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. I really appreciate it. There was a lot of stuff out there vying for your attention, but you chose to spend some with me, and I really appreciate it. Next week, you should tune in. We're going to be back with some more NAMM stuff. And like I said, I will be here covering all the NAMM coverage for you. I'll be right here with you because I am not attending this year. So I will keep you all up to date on the NAMM coverage. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Later. Peace.